Hi, and welcome to today's reading. Today's reading is a love reading. I'm picking up on an energy of almost deja vu, an opportunity that was previously presented to you and it's coming around again. And I don't know what that song is because I was hearing, I know nothing stays the same, but if you're willing to play the game, it'll be coming around again. I'll work out what that song is and I'll put it in the description box. So I've done a pre-shuffle on your cards. I was getting some messages coming through and also some other songs, and I will go through them. But first, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. A bit about me first. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I pick up on energy prior to a reading. I will then come and use my tarot and oracle decks to further clarify the message. Now, all of the messages are timeless, so whenever you stumble across this reading, you were meant to find it. It might just be one thing that I say. All of the decks that I use on my channel are my own designs because I am also an illustrator. So if you call to any of those, the links to purchase them can be found in the description box. I've done a pre-shuffle. These were the cards that came out. We've got the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress. I'm going to pop those up there and I'm going to go through those in a second. I know exactly how you feel when you look at me with those eyes. Jealousy. And then Young and Beautiful, which is Lana Del Rey. That's from the movie The Great Gatsby. I was pulling in energy from the Capricorn solstice, which is the 21st of December. It aligns as a 777 portal because 3 7s are 21. 7s are a divine number. At that particular solstice on the 21st, Venus is in Aquarius. Now that's a card that has been coming out so frequently of late. Venus is in Aquarius. It's about love. It's about universal love. Jupiter is in Gemini, which is about, Jupiter enlarges things. Jupiter is expansion. It also aligns with Chariklo, who was the wife of Chiron. Now, Chiron is the wounded healer. It's a shift in consciousness, a healing of a situation coming around again. I've been seeing 7-7 everywhere, but I was thinking about the song by the Foo Fighters because their logo is a 7-7, learning to fly. And it was funny because I was at the other end of the city a couple of days ago. It's Friday the 13th today. On Monday, I was at the other end of the city. And in the city I live in, there's a big river that divides the two. And you're either north side or south side. Now, I can go anywhere on the north side without a map, without my sat navigation on in my car. I know exactly where I'm going. Very familiar. But on the south side, I haven't got a clue. And I'd been down there babysitting my sister's kids, and I was coming home trying to work out at what time to leave so that I didn't hit the traffic. But it was hard to know because I'm not familiar with that side of town. On my side of town, I would say, don't go near this area at this particular time of day because it's going to be mayhem. And so I decided to leave early, and I'd been getting that song in my random shuffle, the Foo Fighters song, that 7-7. And I ended up leaving an hour earlier than I had originally planned to. And as I came off the freeway, a car pulled in front of me and the number plate said the Fooies. And I always take notice of those sorts of things, especially if somebody's almost made themselves known. The Fooies. And I was like, what does that mean? Trying to work out the person's name. And then I saw the emblem, 7-7, a sticker on their back windscreen. And I obviously realized then it was their Foo Fighter fans. And at that point, I'd actually come back onto the north side. And so I turned my satellite navigation off and just put my songs on random shuffle. And the first song that came on was Time to Fly, not Learning to Fly. It's Time to Fly. In the beginning, I said Learning to Fly. Now, as I said, the 21st of December, there is an alignment. It's a Capricorn solstice. It's a 777 divine portal because of that number 21. But Jupiter is at play, and it's pulling back the energies from the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, which I think was the 19th or 20th, maybe it was the 20th of December, back in 2020, because I remember it. We actually went out to Christmas carols that night in the park, candlelit Christmas carols in the park. And we were looking up at this beautiful conjunction. Jupiter and Saturn. Saturn is your karmic teacher, and Jupiter is expansion. Now the number 21 is the world. And when I came home to write the notes for this reading, I pulled out an old pile of, I've got so many notebooks filled with so many notes, just on all the readings that I've done over the last couple of years. And I randomly opened up a notebook. I was looking for an empty page to write the downloads from this reading on. And I opened up one of my notebooks, and this drawing came out. It's part of a deck that I started working on years ago. It's actually part of the original Divine Portal deck, which is the first deck that I created. But the world is 21. And 21 is the Capricorn solstice, and 21 is this 777. And on the 21st of this month, we have Jupiter. As I said, I was getting this Groundhog Day energy. There's something that you were potentially beginning to work through. I want to say triggered by some sort of alignment that was happening for you around that Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. Now, it was called the Great Conjunction, the Moon, Saturn, and Jupiter. Some people actually think of this as, that it was the Star of Bethlehem. But something that you were working through back at the end of December in 2020, that's now coming to full fruition with this Capricorn solstice and with Jupiter being at play. A shift in consciousness, a healing, something that you've been healing. Now, I said learning to fly. Maybe you wanted to do something back then, but you didn't have the courage, because that Foo Fighters song is actually Time to Fly. So now it's time to fly. I was hearing the word sovereignty. Groundhog Day was another thing that I was hearing. A karmic loop that you've been in. You've been here before was something else I was hearing. Deja vu, you've been here before. There's something about what's happening now that feels familiar. And it's meant to, because it's giving you the courage to fly. There's a real cosmic energy at the moment. The other song that I was hearing was Englishman in New York. I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. That song was written by Sting about a man, I think his name was Quincy Darcy. He was, in the 1960s, he was a openly gay man, and that was at a time where you could have been arrested. And he decided to move to New York. That song is about him. And he left what he knew in England. Lines in that song is about how he dressed and how he drank tea, and he moved somewhere new. I'm an alien. But even though he was out of his comfort zone, out of his element, he was actually himself. And it pulls through that Venus in Aquarius, which is a placement in the sky at the moment. Venus in Aquarius, Aquarius is the rebel. Aquarius does not want to conform. Aquarius does not want to fit in. Aquarius would poke needles in their eye if you told them that they had to be like everybody else. They want to be who they are, how they want to be, in their own way, in their own time. And again, perhaps it was something that you were working through. The other song that I got was How to Make Gravy. Now, that is an Australian song by an amazing Australian singer called Paul Kelly, who is essentially, he writes poetry and then creates songs with it. Wouldn't surprise me, actually, if he had Aquarius in his chart. And in Australia, the 21st of December is Gravy Day. It wouldn't surprise me, actually, if he has Mercury in Aquarius, because he writes things from the other perspective. So he wanted to put out a Christmas song, and we are leading into Christmas. He wanted to put out a Christmas song, but he wanted to put it out there from the other person's perspective. And so it's a song about a man who's in prison thinking about his family. Jupiter in Gemini is often symbolic of somebody being trapped. If you think about How to Make Gravy, that song, he's trapped in prison, singing about missing his kids and how he won't be there to make the gravy, something that he does every single year. Something about this energy is it's giving you a do-over. It feels familiar, déjà vu. It feels familiar because it's pulling in the energies that were at play in 2020. Now let's have a look at these cards. So we've got the Five of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Taurus, the Queen of Wands, which is the Moon in Leo, the Empress, which is Venus in Taurus. I know exactly how you feel when you look at me with those eyes. Jealousy, Young and Beautiful from the Great Gatsby, and then the Four of Swords. That's Jupiter in Libra, expansion. But that's got that feeling of Groundhog Day. Almost like you've been in a holding pattern because Saturn and Jupiter, you needed to get some expansion. You needed to get some insight. These are Taurus. Insight into your worth, your self-worth. Englishman in New York. Going somewhere absolutely foreign. I'm an alien. But going there well and truly in your own skin, not as somebody else. And if we're looking at this as a relationship, potentially it's either a relationship that has been in separation, so an existing relationship that's been in separation because one or both of you needed to do some internal work, or it's a relationship, a new relationship that's coming in because somebody is now standing in their sovereignty and their worth. Young and Beautiful. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Now, he created a whole facade, didn't he? In The Great Gatsby, he created a whole facade. But actually, in doing that, he put himself in a cage. Interesting. Okay, let's get some cards. What do we want to do first? Let's do this deck. What's on the bottom? The Queen of Cups, intuition, maybe something that you've been working on. Let's have a look at what's happening in the 3D for you. Ooh, the Empress. We've got double Empress. Nurturing yourself, but the opportunity, if this is a relationship, to nurture a relationship, this could be a person. Knowing the worth of somebody now. Maybe this is somebody that you're moving towards that is actually standing in their own sovereignty. And that's what's attracting you. The Seven of Cups. This is what's happening for you in the 3D. The Seven of Cups. You've got choices. You've got options. But if you look here, we've got a heart in that one cup. That's Venus in Pisces. 7-7 is a really, really spiritual. This is a spiritual connection. Making a decision to move towards somebody now because you have, I want to say, expanded your understanding of your own self-worth. If you look at that card, it's a bird inside the cage, but the cage door is open. But if you don't believe that you're worthy of a beautiful spiritual relationship, Venus in Pisces, you could be a bird sitting on a branch in a tree and you would still feel trapped. If you think of a little baby bird, jealous of the other birds. Seven of Cups, okay. We've got the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom and the Three of Cups on the cut. What's happening in the soul for you? Okay, that's the Two of Wands. That's Mars in Aries. making the decision to step out of the nest, to step out of your comfort zone, I want to say. I'm almost getting the feeling that this guy here, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune underneath, that this guy here, it looks like he's asleep, but he's actually awake. And he's thinking. Almost too much thinking. What's the message from the man upstairs? Yeah, too much thinking. 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords. The 3 of Swords is Mercury in Cancer. It won't work. I'm not worthy. What if I take the leap? And it's almost procrastinator energy. The 9 of Pentacles on the bottom, that's Mother Mary energy. Venus in Virgo. And you know, even if you look at that little bird there, he's not even looking at the open door. It's in your mind, which is the 5 of Swords, which is Venus in Aquarius, which is a placement at the moment. The original drawing of that card, swords are air, which is the mind, and it has water through the card, which is emotions. It's a battle between your mind, your heart and your mind. And it's potentially what you had to work through between 2020 and now, which is why it feels familiar. You might actually have the same sorts of feelings coming back up. Groundhog Day. Jealousy. Jealousy in and around somebody that you want to walk towards or fly towards. It's almost got this feeling of effort. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to take the chance. Okay, the potential outcome. Yeah, definitely something. King of Pentacles. Jupiter and Taurus. Jupiter is luck. And the Page of Cups. That's often a card of the Secret Admirer. Perhaps you had an opportunity back at the end of 2020 to express feelings. The pages are also naive, innocent. Something that you've been wanting to do for a long time, but you hadn't had the courage to do it. And maybe that courage that you needed was being pushed back by, I want to say, an internal fear that it wasn't going to work out the way that you wanted. But this real energy at the moment of, actually, I've got this. I've worked through. And even if those things are coming up now, they're meant to come back up so that you can put them to bed. Let's have a look at this Empress, see if we can get any more information. What else have we got? Yeah, when I think about that song, How to Make Gravy, he was in prison. You've put yourself in some sort of prison. Or the Divine has, look at that. With the Page of Wands and the 10 of Swords, that's the Sun in Gemini. 10's at the end though. And the Page of Wands is the card of the Explorer. The Page of Wands is Saturn and Sagittarius. Look at the 7 of Cups. Of Cups. That's a card of communication. That's Mercury in Cancer. Now, before Mercury in Cancer, that's Saturn in Libra. Things happen for a reason. The 3 of Swords. That's the message from the universe. That's the message from the man upstairs, which is talking about the karmic lessons that you had to learn in order to get the balance, to fly. The 4 of Pentacles. That's the Sun in Capricorn. I want to say that the Divine was holding you back until you learnt your own self-worth, your own sovereignty, and then that placed you in a position. I'm getting that movie Rio, because if you don't know who you are, what is the story in that movie? If you don't know who you are, then how can you fly alongside? He was a caged bird, wasn't he? And she was a wild bird, I want to say. He had to learn to fly independently on his own. And I might be completely off with that movie, but that's what I'm picking up on. The tower on the bottom. What's happening in your soul? And the King of Wands. The Four of Swords, Jupiter and Libra. Expanding your mind so that you can get yourself in a position. Now, this particular deck, we've got the King of Wands here and we've got the Queen of Wands here. That's a divine couple. She's already on the stairs. The Empress. The Queen of Wands. This particular deck is my Lovebirds Tarot deck. We're talking about birds. She already knows how to fly. And she's standing there. Are they macaws? She's standing there waiting for her mate to appear. And here he is here, the King of Wands. Done the work. Stepped into his own sovereignty. And now they can fly away. Now, I did have the Tower on the bottom. We've got the Devil. In this particular deck, the Tower card has got the dragon on it. When God sees that they are willing to put their love first and take the step to stand individually on these steps to run away together, because there's a devil energy that doesn't want them to be together, the divine turns them into a pair of birds so they can fly away to their freedom. But that doesn't happen until both parties have gotten in that energy. Let's have a look at this Three of Swords. It's a change, the Hierophant. That's God. A soul contract that you have with this person. Then we've got the Tower. A breaking down. I want to say breaking down of who you thought you were or who you thought you had to be. That's happened since 2020 to now. That's actually put you in your sovereignty. The King of Pentacles, standing in your power. Jupiter in Taurus. Now, we can think of Taurus as financial wealth, but it's also self-worth. Financial wealth, financial worth. It's self-worth. That Venus in Aquarius energy. I am not defined by how other people perceive me or how I perceive myself, because potentially that's what got you trapped. Okay, the outcome. The Two of Swords. That's the Moon in Libra. That's what's got you trapped. The Five of Cups. Oh, there's too many cards here, but they come out for a reason. The Eight of Pentacles, you've put in the work. The Knight of Swords, you're sticking up for what you want. Englishman in New York, I'm an alien, but I don't care. The Five of Pentacles, this is beautiful. The Nine of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Two birds stepped out of their own nest independently, and now they've come together. I think macaws mate for life, actually. And now they've got little baby birds. The Knight of Cups, that is the Moon in Scorpio. It's about finding your sovereignty. Let's have a look at, this is my Divine Messages deck. Is there any messages from the Divine for you? Spying energy. We did have the Secret Admirer card here. You might be watching somebody. Watching how they stepped into their sovereignty. Learning to fly. Learning how somebody that you have feelings for stepped into their sovereignty. You might also, because we had that devil energy on the bottom, you might also have people who, we've got the Five of Pentacles here, which is Mercury in Taurus. You might have people around you, and we had that devil energy there, who don't want you to step into your sovereignty. It doesn't benefit them if you step into your sovereignty. Jealousy may be why that card came out. Deepening the bond. Legacy. A relationship that's meant to be together. Family, friends, and children. And that's that 10 of Cups energy. You are protected. Follow your soul's calling. Rest, work, life balance. I was just thinking, if you think about Gatsby, that's spying energy. He bought a house across the water from her and would just go out and watch that green light. The truth is being revealed. But he had to have the courage. He almost had to have the courage to be himself. Okay. Fortune, fame, and new ventures. What angel is walking with you? Now, this is number 69. It's Rochelle. It's discovery. When these cards come out, that is actually my card. What angel is walking with you? Me. That is a variation of my name. Discovery. You're getting information through a tarot reading. That card aligns with the King of Cups, which is Neptune in Pisces. Information, hidden information about a spiritual connection and about what's potentially gone on and why things feel familiar. Déjà vu. I've been here before. In regards to the planetary placements in the sky. And maybe, because we have the Four of Pentacles here, which is a fear, a holding back. It's this, oh God, hang on, this is familiar. A fear energy, but if you actually get the understanding as to why it feels familiar, it actually removes the fear. 47, divine contemplation. That's the 7 of Cups. Why am I feeling this way? Why does it feel so familiar? Is it intuitively, because we had the Queen of Cups somewhere, intuitively, is it something telling me to go, oh, hang on, hold back? But it's not. It's coming up for review because it's almost like you've got a list of things that you've accomplished since 2020. Things that you've worked through in regards to your self-worth and your sovereignty, and it's not coming up again because you've still got work to do. It's coming up so that you can finally put it to bed. It's coming up so you can finally put it to bed. Please excuse my dog barking. Let's see what other angel is walking with you. Number 14, Mebahel, justice, truth, and freedom. That's the 8 of Swords, which is Jupiter in Gemini, which is a current placement in the sky. Freeing yourself. That wants to come out as well. Number 5, which is change, harmony, and occult wisdom. That's the 4 of Wands. A union coming in. Number 12, adversity, lucid dreaming, and discerning secrets. The Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords, the drawing of the original Page of Swords, he is a young guy and he's got his sword up on his shoulder. It's almost like he's on guard. And as I was saying to you before, this deja vu feeling of things are being brought back up for review and you're like, hang on a minute, you're a bit almost protective of your energy. But this reading is here to tell you, the message in here is here to tell you that it's coming up for review because you've come full circle. It's time to step into your sovereignty. Number 16 on the bottom. That's the Strength card. Loyalty. That's the loyalty to yourself and who you want to be. Wants to come out under there. 56, Poyel. That's the Two of Pentacles. That's your legacy. We did have that. Legacy. That's Jupiter in Capricorn. Do you want to stay stuck? The Eight of Swords. Do you want to stay stuck? These two cages. Interesting. Okay, let's get you a moon. The moon waxes, inspiring the persistence of luminous dreams. We did have that. Lucid dreaming. You're getting messages in your dreams. Potentially you're dreaming about this person. I know it's a destiny date. See what you're working on. South Node in Sagittarius. Sagittarius South Nodes aren't about the drama. They're all about honesty and optimism, just a tad wary of getting let down. That was that Page of Swords energy. Their hopeful hearts often feel a bit exposed. The Sagittarius South Node is like a wise old sage, guiding us to let go in order to soar higher spiritually. Time to bid farewell to the old and embrace the new. That's beautiful. I love when cards come out that align with messages that I'm already pulling through. Now, this is my song deck. We've already had Young and Beautiful. Wow, nothing's going to stop us now. Let them say we're crazy. What do they know? Put your arms around me, baby. Don't ever let go. Let the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart. And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's going to stop us now. That, I know exactly how you feel when you look at me with those eyes. Clumsy, Fergie, you got me tripping, stumbling, flipping, fumbling, clumsy because I'm falling in love. You got me slipping, tumbling, sinking, fumbling, clumsy because I'm falling in love. So in love with you. That's a bit sweet. Anything else? And hero. I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. I will stand by you forever. You can take my very breath away. Who was he in that film clip with? Jennifer Love Hewitt, I think. And Iris, the Goo Goo Dolls. And I don't want the world to see me because I don't think that they'd understand. When everything was made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. The Page of Cups. Standing in your sovereignty, or it could be a secret admirer. That is from the movie City of Angels. Let's see. Let's get some love messages on this reading. Serendipity. That 777 portal on the 21st, the Capricorn solstice. The synchronicities. As I said, I've been seeing lots of 7/7 synchronicities. And please excuse my dog. Serendipity. Things are coming into alignment. I want to make amends, potentially if it's a relationship that you have been in separation, together but in separation, emotional, mental separation, coming back into alignment. Yeah, I want to try. I have a fear of rejection and soul awakening. I just want the best possible outcome for everyone. And love is the greatest healer. Now one more. Mirroring. And you are a blessing on the bottom. Now finally I'm going to get some Scrabble tiles. It does make a little bit of noise, so if you have hearing sensitivity, please just turn your volume down. I'm going to shake it in 3, 2, 1. See what we get. Could be your first, middle, last initial, or that of somebody that you're walking towards. So we have a B and a 3, an S and a 1, a J and an 8, a T and a 1, a K and a 5, an I and a 1, a G and a 2, a P and a 3, a D and a 2, a Z and a 10, an L and a 1, a Y and a 4, an O and a 1, a H and a 4, an X, might be an X and a 8 and an E and a 1, and a Q and a 10. Now finally I'm going to get you 3 final cards. Anything else that your guides want to tell you about this connection, about taking the leap. Nine of Cups. Coming forward. That's the moon in Scorpio. Making that gesture of love. Coming forward. Look at that, the Chariot. Making the gesture of love. Number 7, that card. Making a gesture of love. Walking away, the 8 of Cups. From the lessons that you have learned between now and 2020, December 2020. You can walk away from them because you've learned them. That's Saturn in Pisces. We just had Saturn in Pisces in retrograde, which is a looking back on the karmic lessons that we've learned from the past. The 9 of Swords, Mars in Gemini, and the Death card. The things that have kept us trapped. This is a new beginning. A brand new beginning for you. So that's what I've got for you. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If the reading resonated with you, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I do post regularly. If you are called to any of my tarot or oracle decks, the links to those can be found in the description box. I will also list, as I mentioned, those songs. Please have a look at the lyrics or the music videos. There might be more messages in there for you. I'll also list those movies, The Great Gatsby and City of Angels. There might be more messages in those movies for you as well. Thanks again, and I'll see you again in another reading.